Welcome to Who Died US. Today, we bring you the latest from across the nation as we reveal the stories of those who have passed. Stay with us as we share their impactful lives and legacies. Before we start, show your support by subscribing and sharing this tribute. Your engagement helps us honor their memories. Let's begin.
James Darren lived a life of fame and talent that spanned over 6 decades. From the silver screen to music to television, he captured hearts and left a legacy that is unforgettable. But on September 2, 2024, at the age of 88, Darren passed away in his sleep in Los Angeles at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. His story, however, did not end there. Born James William Ercolani in Philadelphia on June 8, 1936, Darren was destined for greatness. With a dream of acting, he studied with Stella Adler and pursued his career passionately. Darren gained recognition in the 1959 film Gidget, playing Moondoggie, a role that brought him stardom. He also charmed audiences with his singing voice and recorded hits like Goodbye Cruel World that resonated with fans worldwide. As his career evolved, Darren moved into television, starring in The Time Tunnel and later as Officer James Corrigan on T.J. Hooker. But perhaps one of his most memorable roles came later in life when he portrayed Vic Fontaine on Star Trek Deep Space Nine, reviving his singing career and captivating audiences once again. In his final years, Darren battled health issues related to his aortic valve. Though he could not undergo surgery, his legacy remains strong, a testament to his resilience and talent. Brian Trueman was a voice that shaped the childhoods of many across the UK. Known for his work with Cosgrove Hall's beloved animations, his narration and storytelling became iconic. But on September 2, 2024, the world learned that Truman had passed away at the age of 92. His voice may have fallen silent, but his legacy continues to echo. Born in Manchester on May 16, 1932, Truman's journey into broadcasting and writing was rooted in creativity. He attended Stretford Grammar School and spent 1 year at the University of Manchester before embarking on a career that would bring joy to generations of children. Truman became known for his work on shows like Screen Test, which he hosted from 1979 to 1983. He was a trusted presence on ITV's CITV slot, introducing cartoons and stories that would stick with viewers long after the credits rolled. Truman's career began on stage in 1951 with a performance in Merry England for the Urmston Amateur Operatic Society. His voice acting and writing for children's television in the 70s and 80s cemented his place in British culture. Even as he left this world, his voice still lives on. Teresa Bright's voice was the sound of Hawaii. On Sunday, September 1, 2024, that voice fell silent as the award-winning Hawaiian recording artist passed away at the age of 64. Born and raised on the windward side of Oahu, Teresa's love for music began early and would lead her to become one of Hawaii's most celebrated artists. Her journey started at the University of Hawaii, but it was her partnership with Steve Mai that brought her first taste of success. In 1988, their song, We Ami and Slide, earned her a Nahoku Hanohano Award. Teresa's solo career soared in 1990 with the release of her album Self-Portrait, which claimed 6 Nahoku Hanohano Awards, including Female Vocalist of the Year in 1991. Her popularity extended beyond the islands to Japan, where she worked with major brands like Toyota and Japan Airlines. Her 2007 album Hawaiianawa blended traditional Okinawan songs with Hawaiian lyrics, showcasing her creativity and cultural pride. In 2020, Teresa was honored with the Hawaii Academy of Recording Arts Lifetime Achievement Award, cementing her legacy. Her music bridged cultures and generations. Details of her services remain pending, but her music will always remain. Bob Blaylock had dreams of becoming a star pitcher, and for a brief moment he stood on the mound of Major League Baseball. Born in Chattanooga, Tennessee on June 28, 1935, Bob grew up with a love for baseball despite a farm accident in his youth that cost him 2 fingers on his non-pitching hand. That didn't stop him from signing with the St. Louis Cardinals right after high school. In 1956, after a hot start in the minors, he made his major league debut against the defending world champions, the Brooklyn Dodgers, and pitched 5 shutout innings before fatigue set in. His career, however, was a roller coaster. He struggled with control, and despite a hard throwing arm, he found himself bouncing between the minors and the majors. His last major league appearance was in 1959, but his love for the game kept him in baseball until 1962, when his minor league career came to an end. Bob Blaylock never became the superstar pitcher he dreamed of being, but he left a mark on baseball history, and he is remembered for his determination and resilience. On September 1, 2024, Bob Blaylock passed away at the age of 89 in Collinsville, Oklahoma, closing the chapter on a life dedicated to the game he loved. Linda Deutsch never just covered trials, she captured history with every word. For nearly 5 decades, the Associated Press special correspondent reported on the nation's most infamous criminal cases: Charles Manson, O.J. Simpson, Michael Jackson, and more. On September 1, 2024, Linda passed away at 80 in Los Angeles, surrounded by loved ones after a battle with pancreatic cancer. Her career began with the 1969 trial of Sirhan Sirhan, and soon after the Manson family murders. It wasn't just the trials that defined her, it was her ability to bring them to life for readers. She made courtrooms her stage, from Manson's chaotic proceedings to O.J. Simpson's trial of the century, where she was the only reporter allowed during jury selection. Linda's reporting always carried more than just facts, it held an understanding of the drama unfolding in those moments. She was a trailblazer, a fierce journalist who lived for the next big story. From the gruesome Night Stalker trial to the heartbreaking acquittals in the Rodney King case, she remained fearless and driven. Even in retirement, her name lingered as one of America's most distinguished court reporters. Eric Gilliland's brilliance lit up every room he entered as a comedy writer for shows like Roseanne and My Boys. On September 1, 2024, his light dimmed forever when he passed away from cancer. Born in Illinois, Gilliland began his writing career with Who's the Boss before joining Roseanne in 1992, where his sharp wit and keen sense of humor shined. His work earned him a WGA Award nomination in 1994. Over the years, Gilliland wrote for hit shows like The Wonder Years and That 70s Show, and his talents reached beyond TV, as his whistling even made it onto soundtracks. Tributes flooded in from his colleagues, who remembered him not just for his genius writing, but for his kindness. Gilliland was more than a writer. He was a friend, a mentor, and a cherished presence in every room he entered. His impact was as profound as his laughter, and his loss leaves a void in the hearts of those who knew him.
Stevie Nicks has always been a symbol of resilience and creativity. Her voice defined a generation as she swept across stages with Fleetwood Mac and her solo career, enchanting the world with her mystical presence. Yet, in 2024, the world was reminded of Nicks's mortality as she faced significant health challenges. The iconic singer was hospitalized due to respiratory issues, complications that had become increasingly persistent in recent years. Her fans waited with bated breath as rumors swirled and uncertainty loomed around her ability to continue performing. But the queen of rock and roll was not one to back down. Though her health had taken a toll, Nicks remained involved in the music world, nurturing her creative spirit and surprising fans with occasional performances. As she recovered, she collaborated on smaller projects, including lending her voice to the soundtrack of a recent indie film and contributing lyrics to a charity single. Her spirit shone through as strong as ever, though her performances were more intimate as she carefully navigated the demands of her health. Her relationship with Lindsey Buckingham had long been a source of both tension and inspiration. Buckingham's 2021 departure from Fleetwood Mac sent waves through the music world. Yet, despite their rocky past, there had been whispers of reconciliation in recent years. Nicks and Buckingham had always been tied together through their art, and though their relationship had seen incredible highs and lows, it was clear that time had softened some of the sharper edges. Stevie Nicks is alive and determined to keep her legacy strong. Despite the setbacks she's faced in recent times, Nicks continues to inspire artists and fans alike. A true survivor, she shows that age and challenges are not limitations, but parts of the journey. Keep an eye out for any new projects she might surprise us yet again.